Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.
All right, y'all. Welcome with Bar Talk with Jay, and who I got in the building with me, Crab Panic in the building.
What's up, Smooth Jay? How you doing, bro?
Man, all I can tell you, on vacation this week.
Okay.
Y'all just don't understand. I had family come down, spend some time with my daughters, my
Yes.
grandkids. I did something phenomenal, but it wasn't for nobody but for me.
And it was so special, man.
Had to
Please,
have it.
tell us about
So
it.
again, I'm gonna go a little further with it, but again, I gotta keep with the introduction because we
Yeah.
got Macon, Georgia in the building. Barbara, what you got to say, girl?
I'm here. Had a hard time getting here. Had to go to Columbus, but the Lord made a way for me to get here.
Yes, he did.
Yes,
we
he did.
We so glad you're here, bro.
Yes.
Working the boards. She does so much for this team.
That
so,
girl work, not work. She be working.
Yeah,
That's what
we
talk-
appreciate it. We appreciate it.
Holding us down for Macon, Georgia. But yes, man, one of the things I want to say, if you can spend time with your family, don't think about later. You
Yeah.
got to start thinking about now.
Yes.
I was able to watch a lot of my brothers play with their grandkids and their family, and
Right.
mine was up in Ohio, and they had spring break. And what better time than start stopping from what you currently doing and get closer to the ones that you care for.
Man, that's powerful,
So
Jay.
bringing them down caused a lot of small issues because
course.
I didn't just bring the grandkids and and my daughters.
Right.
I brought their mother too.
Okay.
But see, the
She
difference
family, she
between
family.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
The problem is everybody want to separate because of some of the things that happened in the past.
Right.
But to me, them girls gonna need to see us all together.
Yes.
And that way they remember how they love me for being me.
There you
And
go.
the fact that I love them as a whole.
Right.
It wasn't no individuals. If you're gonna meet my daughters, you're gonna meet their mother too. You're gonna meet the whole crew. Because that's how I get down.
Yes.
And that's how we keep it tight knit. So most people be like, oh, I bet you that's real awkward. Well, it's only awkward if you don't handle it right.
Right.
I've been handling my family right for a long time because I handle them with love and care and respect.
Yeah.
With them small pieces, it keeps a lot of things together.
Absolutely.
And had a great time. We experienced the aquarium. I even put it out there on Facebook and Snapchat.
Right.
I tried on Snapchat. I don't know how to do all that. That's them young folks. I held the button and it made a couple things. I don't know if the video came out right. That's all I got to say. But I did the aquarium. We went to the market fish place over there in Canton. Man, had a
Okay.
great time.
Okay.
As a whole family. Took everybody.
Man, that's some real grandpa type stuff, man.
come on,
I love it, bro.
Dude, and
I
then
love it.
went skating.
I mean, that's the
But you didn't see me on those skates.
that's the
Oh,
mode
let me
that
tell
we're
you,
in right
I
now.
watched some folks go down.
Yeah.
I said, oh no, you ain't catching me out there.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, see, I'm always
50,
one.
I'm almost 50. I went down, you'd be paramedic.
I know.
I'd have been dramatic. I'd have fell and slid and hit my head.
Right, right.
Even if I wasn't hurt, I'd have played it. I ain't lying.
Listen, that was a glorious weekend, man.
It was.
I'm proud of you, proud for you, and you made a great impact on family, and that's what's really all about, folks. This is Bar Talk with Jay, and what we do is inspire. We inspire mankind to be its greatest possibility,
Yes, sir.
and ultimately we do that through conversation and through dialogue.
Yeah, we gotta
And Jay and I have just a way of bringing it to the table that makes it a little more unique, bring it a little more home, a little more special, a little more real. And so we want to be a portion of that mirror image. When you look in the mirror, you say, hey, this is how I would handle that situation. This is my opinion of the particular issue. And we're not upset if you turn us off and you start having the dialogue with your family and your significant others in your own living room, because that's what it's really all about.
Yes, it is.
That you really can inspire each other, but it's not going to happen until dialogue gets stimulated. So we thank you for being here with us tonight, and Jay and I got a magnificent show lined up for you. I'm excited as per usual, but let's start with a prayer, shall we, Jay?
Go ahead, man. What we got there?
Okay, Heavenly Father, we come to you tonight with our heads bowed and our hearts humbled, just thanking you for your awesome presence. We ask, Father, that you would be here in the midst of this conversation, this dialogue, and that you would inspire every ear listening, whether it be now or 20 years from now, Heavenly Father. We ask, Heavenly Father, that you would open our minds to a greater idea of ourselves, a greater idea of you, and that you would just allow us to have a great time here tonight in your honor. We ask all these blessings in your Son's name, dear Jesus Christ. Amen.
Hey, what?
Amen.
Where's the collection plate? Got on, Crab. Woo!
Yes, sir. Let's get it. Let's
Man,
get it.
Crab did it like, man, I'm telling you, I don't even know if I want to talk about the recap after that right there. I
Yeah,
just
that's
want to
all.
say amen.
Yeah, amen. I'm feeling it too, bro. I'm feeling it.
Man, I tell you,
Tell us
man.
about last week, bro.
Man, last week was good, but after what you just said, I feel anointed.
Right?
Man, if a man can't afford a ring, it didn't go well. The reason I say it like that.
Tell the whole thing.
No,
So,
no,
for those who
no.
didn't hear it, tell the whole subject.
All right. If a man can afford a ring, okay, should he wait? Or should he do what I would do? Now, see, me, I got to change some things up. Me, because I have some fun with the crap.
Okay.
I personally feel like you got to make sure you understand the person that you're marrying. And if the person that you're marrying is down with you, then you can upgrade. You can go with something smaller. It's also a choice.
Okay.
But not to give her anything, just your word. To me, you want to give a symbolization where she can carry something to show your commitment. Because that's all that ring is.
Right.
But you got to be sincere about understanding the bigger plan, not the smaller plan. Because a lot of times they got to have the bigger diamond, but they don't got the long-term plan.
Right.
That's why most marriages don't work these days, because if you're looking for the big rock and you ain't got a plan for
Right.
the rock afterwards,
Preach it, Jay.
I'm just trying to tell you, you're going to come up short. So
Right,
that's why I
right.
had to engage and get you back to what you're looking for in that hand, okay?
Okay.
Don't let that be the only stimulation of your marriage, because again, a lot of people got that fat rock, been in a relationship for a long time.
Yeah.
A lot of people start out with it up front
Yeah.
and upon it.
Yeah.
Because
I like
again,
that. I
you don't
like that.
stay with it.
What'd you
Get
say?
with it.
You just said fat rock and no plan.
What?
Right. That's a disaster waiting to happen, right?
Man, I
'Cause
see it
somebody
all
got
the
to pay
time.
for that ring, and it usually is on credit. So it's gonna continue to have to be paid for, even if it don't work out.
Yeah.
What was interesting about the subject to me is that
I get you, bro.
it just seems like so many people are about the ring,
Mhm.
and I think the ring is just in the backdrop somewhere. You know,
Mm.
yeah, it is a symbol of the relationship and the relationship to come. But it's kind of surface to always be thinking about the things and stuff. You know, give her a nice red rubber band and tell her you love her and promise to take care of her forever. And I promise you she'll value that more than any diamond you could ever give her, as long as it's sincere, right? But you know,
Did you say a red rubber band?
I don't think.
A red rubber band.
Well, that's real love. You know what I'm saying?
That might
Hey.
get you a real black eye. That might just get you slapped.
Hey, that reminds me of a passage in the Bible where the Lord said that the
Turn
baby,
that cheek.
No,
Put it in the other one. That surprised me. I was like,
the Lord said the baby would stick his hands in a pit of vipers and it wouldn't even bother him, wouldn't even touch him. You know what I mean? We're talking about the most pure. Don't you ever think about pure love?
oh, I think about pure love, but I'm thinking about you might get pure slap. You better duck by the weed. Hand a rubber band talking about it's a commitment,
Yeah.
man. And it fit tight, don't it? Cut off the circulation.
Yeah,
Boy,
we
that's
had. Listen, it was a great show. We had people talking about, buying cubic zirconiums for their with their fiance, and the fiance went and got it appraised, and and the truth was found out in the middle of the jewelry store. So yeah, people can't get in trouble for that kind of stuff. I believe in starting small and working your way up. I don't believe in letting money or anything else stop you from capturing the love and attention of Mr. and Mrs. Right. And do it anyway. Do it and then plan for 2 months later to go get the ring. You know what I'm saying? But ask her hand, take it up. This is a season for love, man.
And I agree with you.
I've been seeing a lot of pregnant women lately, and that tells me it was season for love. Like a few months
they
ago.
got it in.
But there's a season for love, man. I see a lot of rings on women's fingers. I see a lot of single folk as well, but I'm starting to admire the rings. When I see the ring, it just stands for a bond that they carry with them all day, every day. It's kind of special.
No,
man.
what happened that ring you seen in the tub? See what happened? I didn't get a chance to watch. I jumped right out of it. Was that the ring you talking about? Or you talking about ring of friend? Okay, anyway.
On what you
All
talking
right.
about? Here's a quote for the day,
Hey,
man.
man. The quote for the day gonna be by Barbara, but one of the things I want to make sure I tell you about this ring, I gotta go back to it real quick. Got some fun with it, man.
Okay.
Is again, don't let that be the only stimulation of your marriage. How you treat her, how you hold her, would be one of the things that help her stay with you.
Yes.
And a lot of times, a woman has a fantasy of how a wedding should be, and I really feel like us men need to step in the forefront and lead them.
Yeah.
And again, if we show them that strength, then automatically it becomes that fairy tale marriage.
Absolutely.
So again, we just want to make sure we stay strong.
Yeah.
But Barbara,
and let me just piggyback just for a hot second, Jay.
Go ahead.
That ladies, you should all know, all right? This is just word to the wise for the ladies.
Mhm.
That if your man is proposing to you and wants to get married, he wants to get you the biggest ring in the world.
Yes.
He truly desires in his heart to get you something special. So whatever he gets you is what he could get you, you know, and be grateful for it, you know,
Thank
and no matter what it is, show appreciation and gratitude for it, because he had to spend some extra to get it, right? Before any other promises was made. You buy a ring before she even say yes. That's crazy, isn't it? Right? But that's the way it go down. So it was a great show, folks. Please go back and listen to it. We're on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram,
Periscope.
iTunes, Periscope, and it goes on and on. Not to mention bartalkwithjay.com, so you can always find us there. Barbara's gonna do our quote for the day. Shall we move on? Barbara.
Well, everybody had their little 2 cents about the ring. Let me have my
Go!
input.
Look at Barbara go bully her way up here. Go, girl. Say it.
Well, sometimes it's not all about the materialistic things.
Mhm.
Because if you and that person are committed to each other,
Mhm.
y'all communicate, love each other, have each other's back,
Mhm.
that ring will come eventually, and just be patient about it. It will come.
I like that. It will come.
I'm Bar Talk with Jay. I'm all I can say. You can do all that. You might not ever get.
Listen, I'll tell you, when my daughter,
If it's real and true, it'll happen,
if she
yeah.
dating a dude and they've been dating for a year, I'm gonna start to put the pressure on her so she can put the pressure
Pressure
on
on
him.
him, yeah.
Right?
So there better be some
Hey,
pressure.
Listen, hey, babe.
It's lack of pressure around here. I tell you, but a lack of pressure, you ain't getting nothing.
Yeah, it makes diamonds, bro. You know,
Milking that cow.
That's the truth.
Just saying.
So, okay, Barbara, we're ready for our
Okay.
quotes for you.
The quote for today.
Okay.
Life is what we make it to be. It is about choices, dreams, and images that we foretell. Whatever your beliefs, honor your creator, not by passively waiting for grace, but by doing what he can make grace happen yourself.
I like that. Make grace happen yourself. That means you gotta get up and do something before something is required. You got to get up and make something happen. You know, there was a great saying, and I can't remember it exactly. It was something about when opportunity meets preparation. That's where the success happens.
Mhm.
You know, where the opportunity and being prepared kind of meets. And you got to just go hard. You don't have the answers in life. You don't know. You don't even know what you can do and what you can't do. You just got to step in the gap and go hard in life. And I believe that when you step out there, that the Lord's going to put a rock under your feet. And that next step is going to be firm. And there's a saying in the Bible where he says he'll make the stones of the field, he'll put you in league with the stones of the field. That means that you won't stump your foot on a rock and you won't step in a dark place. He'll keep you on the path so that you can achieve what it is you set out to achieve. So it's oftentimes about taking little risk and big risk. And I think we all need to take a few more risks. Calculated risk. I'm not just talking about spontaneity and reactiveness, but take risk. And by doing that, you'll allow grace to fill your space. That's powerful, baby.
Man, when I tell you powerful, man, the first thing when you said that, the first thing is like walking on water. You know, normally you step down on water, you know you sink in.
Yeah.
And he has you.
Yeah.
So
He has
a
you.
rock
Yes.
or whatever he puts underneath it, it's the fact that you can't see it.
Right.
So true faith, you ain't gonna be able to see. And again, a lot of times we go by material things, we go with envision.
Right.
But one thing I love about what we envision, somebody else thought about it and created it. So let's get our creative juices going, and that's what we're here for. Let's get back to making things happen. So Barb,
there you go.
can you give us the topic for today, girl?
The topic for today is what leads men or women to cheat. Can they learn from their mistake and bounce back? If you caught him or her on the down low, what would you do?
Oh, Jesus! All right. I thought the first one was something, but the second one was worse.
I need some definition.
Yeah.
I don't want to talk about
I
it
tell you
right
what,
now.
we're going to break. Because before we go into definition, we're going to get some other people into this because you know who up next, right? We got TK, bro.
Right.
So we're going to be right back with Bar Talk with Jay, and we got the TK. on, TK? How you doing, girl?
I'm doing well. How's everybody?
Sounding
We're
sexy.
doing wonderful. We're doing wonderful.
Got crap over here smiling, girl. I tell you. I mean, it's wonderful how a voice can just make a man light up.
Jay love to pump things up, but I am smiling, Mr.
What?
K. I ain't gonna say-
Hard.
I ain't gonna
I'm talking
joke
about
with you.
hard.
Yeah, I appreciate you so much. How are you tonight, honey?
I'm well. How are you?
Doing good. I'm doing good. We're always excited about your segment. What you got for us tonight?
Okay, for me tonight, summertime is coming. Time to start, making decisions for summer vacations. My thing is, I want a beach vacation for me and my girls. Neither one of us can swim, but we still want to go to the beach.
All right.
And we're trying to determine what's the best direction. I want to do passport type beach. And I guess my question is, what's the best scenario for us? Seeing as I like for my girls to explore, to see something bigger than what the U.S. has to offer.
Yes. Yes.
Ideally, everybody can't do it. I can't do it. It takes a little saving, a little section, a little extra to
Right.
be able to.
Right.
But what is a good destination, family-friendly place, safe, outside of the U.S. for a group of women?
I can just jump in and say again, with your kids, depending on their ages, TK, the Disney ship, Disney got a cruise ship, and it cruises people around, and you can actually drop your kids off, and they can just go play while you can go kick it and do your thing. Now hold on, just give you some options, and that's another safe environment. I'm just saying you can do that. Again, I've been to the Bahamas, I've been Cozumel. It depends, Jamaica. A lot of these places, when you go to the straight resorts, book exclusively, and take direct tours, you're fine. Again, that's how they make their money. So again, it's really when you get away from the tours and you start trying to act like you're a native, is when we sometimes run into some issues. And again, what we got going on in the United States, don't go too far out thinking they like us.
Right.
They're saying we got all kind of things going on. So again, get with tour guide. There's a lot of people that can help you in that situation. I can always give you referrals of places I've been. I just don't know all the beaches and the things that you like. But again, if I can show you some places I've been and if you like it, I can give you some direct people that you can get in touch with that can make some serious savings with you. Because again, when you deal with direct, you cut out a little of the middle man. I ain't trying to cut everybody, all y'all travel people. I'm not trying to cut all y'all, but I want to make sure she stays safe because TK has a bad temper. That's all I got to say to the world.
Right.
She's the one that if her kids came up missing, she gonna make a movie. That's all I gotta say. She gonna make a movie.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be pretty.
I'm taken back by this question. In fact, I'm a little bit ashamed of my knowledge. Because what she's asking for is give me some inspiration on some beaches out of the United States. And I don't know a whole lot of them by name. So this is an opportunity for all of us to be inspired. And I think it's a great question because there is a lot to see. And preparing for a vacation is how you take a vacation. You don't take a vacation, the week before, you plan it and say next week I'm going to take vacation. You plan it out a few months so you can do something great with your time, so you can have some great memories, so you can do something a little out of the box. You might need to save a little extra money. You might need to do something a little different, but planning is the best way to go. And so what I did is what I would like everyone to do who needs an answer to this question is jump on the internet. And I just went, since she asked the question, and found this website called travelchannel.com something, / something. And it's, Travel Channel is big, so they know everything about everything. What they say here is the 21 hottest Caribbean escapes. And I'm just going to read a few of them. Nassau in the Bahamas is one. Negril, Jamaica. We got Antigua in the West Indies. We have St. Lucia. We have again Nassau in the Bahamas and Anguilla. Let's see what else is going on here. Provost, a lot of these countries I don't even know. Now, Barbados is a great vacation. It's saying Puerto Rico is a great vacation, beach vacation. And it has several places in the Bahamas and several places. The Grenadines, which I'm not familiar with. Tobago, Trinidad and Tobago is another one. This is getting me inspired. The British Virgin Islands is a great beach vacation. Grenada, St. Bart's would be another one. So, folks, if you are interested in taking a beach vacation, and I hope every single one of you get to do that this season, there's a lot of great places to go. They're all very affordable. They have to be affordable because, believe it or not, average and regular income folk take vacations.
Yes, they do.
And they spend nominal money on great times. So I would encourage all of you to get some research done, get your plans in place, and make it a great vacation year, man. What a great question, Ms. TK. I appreciate you bringing that to the table.
And I think this is a great time for Bar Talk to be able to tell the rest of the world, if somebody out there has a great package that y'all want to get together, email me.
Yes.
And again, as TK asked about where to go, help us get her where she need to go. And again, we got a lot of other people that might want to follow.
Yeah.
So again, we are about partying and having fun.
Yeah, listen, I was in, I got a job out of college in Des Moines, Iowa.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm out there for about 3 or 4 months. I meet some great people. They say, let's take a vacation. I'm like, sure, let's go. So we flew from Des Moines, Iowa to Jamaica.
Mm-hmm.
We got off the plane. They took us to a resort that was all inclusive.
Mm-hmm.
And so that means they fed us every meal, right? All inclusive means they feed us meals. We might have
And
about breakfast.
alcohol.
Yeah, well, they got plenty of alcohol, but you have to buy that, right? That'll be your only bill. That'd be your highest bill. But I did, from the flight and the 5 days of all-inclusive resort was $700 out of my pocket.
Mm.
That's a major vacation. I mean, by the 5th day, man, I was like, okay, I'm ready to go
Yeah.
home because I did it so big and did everything. So there's a lot of, especially cruises. You can get you about $300 3 day, 4 night, 3 night, 4 days, something like that cruise for $299. They got a lot of specials going on out there. They want families to experience it, so they're making it affordable. That's a great way. It's not a beach, but hey, when you're in the ocean, it's kind of like a beach.
And I tell you
know?
all day long, if you
Yeah.
take that one and you're scared of water,
Yeah.
like a lot of people can't swim,
Yeah.
on them, that port window's so small, you ain't got to worry about why. Because again, when you start getting bigger windows and balconies and all that, the price really goes up.
Yeah.
But again, it's all up to you and how you want to travel. And again, I can give you some hints because I've been on a cruise ship all over the world.
Me too.
Man, I did
Caribbean,
it.
yeah.
And I would tell you all day long, it's really worth it.
Yeah.
But you have to plan, and it's seasonal too.
Yes.
Because it's hurricane seasons, and I don't want you out there, the boat rocking
That's a
left and
great
right.
point, Jay.
So again, I want to make sure you the best time. And then also you got hot season, like a warmer season where you can get some of the greater deals. And that's the best thing about what we trying to do is get the best deal.
Yeah.
And I like to say, Bar Talk with Jay is not about making you spend a lot of money. It's about we have traveled enough that if I can save you, why wouldn't I?
Yeah, and listen, when you go to these foreign places, if you'll notice, there are a lot of homes for rent, apartments for rent. You can rent an apartment for 3 or 4 days for $300-400, and be in like a house type environment. You can be able to cook. You got all the appliances there, and that's all over the world. No matter where you travel, there's those extended kind of like stay places that can help you minimize costs on the trips. Let me just go ahead and plant one little seed before
Plant
we
this
break
seed.
here. I am from Panama City, Florida.
Okay.
And we say Panama City has the world's most beautiful beaches. It is white sand, it's blue, green water, depending on the season. It's absolutely beautiful. It is very affordable. And most people that I'm meeting have been to Panama City Beach. It's a great experience. And so maybe if you just want to get somewhere close to home, you actually are going to be getting to one of the nicest beaches in the world. And they got the largest beach clubs in the world as well, Spinnaker and La Vila. So, shouts out to Panama City Beach.
There it is. There
in the
it is.
house.
We're going to give a shout out because of Craftmatic right there. And then right there, we're going to endorse that commercial.
Yeah.
So
Right.
y'all go down there
Appreciate
and
you.
enjoy yourselves. But again, I'm glad she brought that topic up because again, I just did a vacation and I didn't go and I didn't travel like I normally do. And again, the one thing I want you to appreciate, Natiki, is spending time with your girls.
Yeah.
I had that great experience this weekend with my grandkids, my daughters, and their mother. And to be able to bring family all together is one of the biggest things because I didn't experience that as a child. I didn't have all my family come together, but for my family reunions, they taught me family reunions and bringing together. But just me bringing my close-knit family together is something I didn't always experience, but it was something I wanted to make change. Because again, it's not about how we was just raised, it's about what we're looking at in the long-term plans of what we want for our children.
Absolutely.
And the long-term plans is great memories. And I want to put them
Man.
seeds in their heads myself.
Well
It's,
put.
it's not about
Well put.
their daddy putting it in. It's grandpa time to put my seeds in there to make sure I'm prevalent when I'm gone.
And I have been on that kick for many a years. Creating memories is what helps you remember life.
That's it.
If you don't create memories, sometimes you can misplace a couple of years at a time because you didn't do nothing, right? There's nothing to remember, and so you got to really, really focus on creating memories. I think that's a powerful way to live life. Ms. TK, we're gonna turn the corner just for. We only got about 5 minutes here, but I'd love to hear your perspective on the subject tonight. The question is, what leads men and women to cheat?
Oh, Lord.
Oh yeah, we put you on the spot, player.
That is situational. Some people do it out of boredom. Not that they don't love their mate or their partner, you're bored. Your relationship has become stagnant. It's like you fall into a routine, and there's no excitement. Boredom, a lot of times, gives you the thought that maybe they're not in love. You're just simply bored. Everything's the same. Just boredom. I feel like with women, maybe it's something is missing, and a lot of times because we're bored, we don't feel like we're appreciated, not that we don't. That's why we do a lot of the time. And she just because the opportunity exists there. For no other reason. That's my opinion. Because it's presented. The thrill of the chase is there.
Okay. I mean, listen, those are a lot of great answers. You know,
Hey,
you get
there's no
bored
wrong
or-
answers. It's her personal opinion.
It's her personal opinion, yeah.
It's all good things.
And we're going to get into it a little later on, but
Okay, when
I
we
read
end.
some statistics that suggest that nearly 70% of married folks have cheated. And so they're suggesting that all the stats and the articles I read is suggesting that cheating is very normal. And there are several reasons why people do it, and we're going to talk about those throughout the rest of the show. But we appreciate your insight, Ms. TK. Anything you'd like to share on the subject or imparting with us tonight?
No, my memory is too bad to cheat. Hell, I can't remember what I did ate this morning for breakfast. I can't remember the lie. I would get away with it, but I'd rather not.
There you go, girl. Say it again. Say it with your chest. TK.
I like that.
Everybody ain't out there doing all that. That's what I'm talking about. There's hope.
I mean, you know, it's happening.
I know. I ain't saying it
I
ain't
mean, yeah,
crap.
definitely, without doubt it's happening, but it's too much work. And if I'm going to put in that much work, if I'm going to put in that much work, I'd rather focus on my relationship and my work that hard, not out right now.
Right. And that's the mature answer. I mean, I think that's grown folk answer. I'm not so sure that Jamal would agree with that.
No, Jamal wouldn't, but you like it.
I mean, I like it because I'm all about morality and relationships and love. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, cheating is cheap, right? Did we say that last week? So, you know, it's the easy way out. So I think that if you're gonna do it, don't do it. Right? Don't do it. But you got to be in a committed relationship in order to cheat.
Oh yeah.
Now,
If you're married, they ain't cheating
it's
anyway.
easy to
It's
define.
called
Right.
adultery.
I mean,
That's adultery.
Dating is not committed. If you're not married, you're single.
Right.
Exactly.
Okay.
And if you're single and you're not in a monogamous relationship, it ain't cheating.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
That's a cure. I mean, and a lot of times,
Yeah.
people just don't understand what cheating is. Because people ask me all the time. I was going to get to this later, but y'all just brought it up and I'm going to say it. Cheating is when you're in a monogamous relationship and you're clear about that relationship.
Right.
You cannot assume
Mm-hmm.
if you're in a monogamous relationship and you step out of that relationship and you get intimate with another person, sexually, orally, and physically.
Right.
That's cheating. Okay? Simple. If you're married, it's adultery. It ain't cheating, it's adultery. Because you're married. Simple. When you're not in a monogamous relationship, leave me alone.
Right.
That's right. It's all on Jay now. Because I say all day, when you make it very clear you're not in a monogamous relationship It ain't cheating.
And the
Because
part I like-
it's the rules that ain't being broken.
Listen, the part I like is you make it very clear.
Very clear.
You make it very
And if
clear.
you assume, that's your own fault. If you
Okay.
try to take me from one place to another place,
Right.
that's your own fault.
Right.
But do not say I'm cheating.
Oh, okay. Okay.
That right there,
I
you're
understand
defying the rules.
Jay, I'll never
No
say
rules.
that you cheating.
No, you shouldn't.
Yeah,
I mean, most people say other words.
Yeah.
I mean, I heard the other word all the time.
Right.
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 Yeah. No, it's promiscuous. There's a lot of things out here. But one of the things I would always say is be honest and be upfront.
Okay.
And because without that, no matter which, it's a lack of respect. And one thing I do not want is a lack of respect.
Yeah.
With women, men, we always have to be respectful in what we do.
Right.
Or anything that you're trying to do will probably fail.
But you can't cheat respectfully.
Well, no, there's no
I guess you
respect
can,
for
you know what I'm
well,
saying?
you gotta
But
understand though.
you keep-
Cheating as in a monogamous relationship.
Right.
Non-monogamous relationship, there's no cheating. So you can't use that word because that terminology is starting to be thrown in non-monogamous relationships, and you're hearing, well, you still, because I wasn't. Just because you chose not to does not make it a cheat on the other half if you're not in a monogamous relationship.
Right.
I mean, you just...
It's just feelings, man. It's just feelings.
well, you
right?
don't let your feelings lead you.
Feelings aren't right or wrong. They're just feelings, right?
Yeah, your feelings, but
We might not
but the
be in a
wrong
monog-
terminology
We
is
might not have
cheating.
had the dialogue a monogamous relationship, but because of what you did, I feel cheated on. You know what I mean?
Well, wait a minute.
And
Hold
it
on,
doesn't.
but it-
We don't have to create any,
Yeah.
no back and forth.
But
I can just feel that way. You know,
You can.
A person
You
can just feel
can.
that way. And listen, those feelings aren't right or wrong.
No.
And they can be, if they're out in the open, they can be justified, right or wrong. But a feeling is just a feeling. So listen, we are on fire.
Oh, yeah, because
as
we're going to go
usual.
back in that one.
Hey, Miss TK, we thank you for being with us, sweetheart. We're going to look forward to hearing from you next week, all right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you next week.
Okay. All right, folks, it's
Right,
break time.
right.
This is Bar Talk with Jay. The building's already heating up.
We stirring this up.
We're talking about cheating tonight.
Yes, right.
Y'all need to stay with
Crab
us.
got some weird ways about that.
We'll be right back.
You cheated, I didn't cheat. We ain't even in a monogamous relationship.
I'm
That's
trying to
bull.
be biblical.
Man, Bill ain't got nothing to do with this.
Yes, it does. Everything.
Brother Crab, I'm doing just well.
I like to hear that.
What's wrong with Brother Jay's voice, man? Brother Jay's voice sounds a little different.
Don't it sound good?
I'm not sure what's going on with Jay's voice.
You like that voice, don't you,
He
Jeffrey?
may be running from a cold or something, you know.
Oh, man. What's going on with you, Brother Crab?
Hey man, I'm holding it together, Big Willie style, you know. Fired up about the show, and most importantly, fired up about your segment, man. How has your day been today?
Man, it was one of them long days with a job, was working me like a Hebrew slave, but you know what time it is.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It is time for you to close your mouth and listen. You ask me some questions, I give you some answers from a man's point of view.
Okay.
Now, I got one reason for the habitually single woman and one reason for the habitually single man as to why they might be single. But before we get to that, here is my disclaimer.
Okay.
Now, what I'm going to talk about might not apply to you. And if it doesn't apply to you, I don't want you to put your foot up in this shoe.
Okay.
But if it does apply to you, I want you to put both feet in both shoes and walk around in because you're about to learn something tonight. Now, ladies, you go first.
Mm.
Now, ladies, some of y'all might be single because your order is out of order. I need you to understand me now, ladies. I'm going to put it to you like this. Your order is your kids first and everybody else third, fourth, and fifth. Now, don't get it twisted, ladies. You are supposed to protect your children. You're supposed to provide for your children. But your children don't come first.
Ah.
Let me break it down now. I want to be real careful with this because I understand this is a delicate topic. But ladies, if you have a man that's put in the right type of work, a man that has earned your respect, a man that provides and does what he's supposed to do and is attempting to be the man of the house, don't sabotage the order of things by putting your kids first.
Right.
Now, this has to be a man that you vetted. This has to be a man that you put through the right types of paces. This has to be a man that has earned the right to say that this isn't just your child. I'm providing for you and your child, so I'm taking on the mantle of father to your child too.
Right.
With that, there is no longer just your child. It's the family. I need you to understand me, ladies. It's the family. So if you vetted this man, and this is a good man, if he's doing the right types of things, and he's protecting your children and you like you are a part of him, then I'm going to need you to get your order straight.
Yeah.
Because if you don't, what's going to happen is he's going to order from another woman and leave your ass single.
Ouchie, woo woo.
Right. Right.
I can see Jeffrey had a hard day at work again.
Listen, what I like about it the most is that when a man show himself worthy,
Right.
when he has been vetted, when he is doing what he's supposed to do, when he is on his game, then he moves up in the order, right? Because I'm always an advocate for protecting women and protecting women's feelings, emotions, hearts, etc. So I love that point. But ladies, you're going to leave yourselves lonely if you don't put some priority on him. And there's a lot of women who got a special him, but you might not be paying them enough attention. You may not be, holding on strong enough.
Him ain't feeling special.
Yeah, but you got to make him priority, right? You got to give him some special time and some special attention.
Make
you know?
him feel good,
So
Craig.
I like that, brother Jeff. You
Massage
preaching, and and listen, not to the choir.
What?
Right? We need to hear that. Keep on moving, baby.
What you got, man? What's part 2?
All right now, fellas. Don't think I'm letting y'all off the hook. Fellas, you are next.
Uh-oh.
Now, fellas, some of you might be single because your sustain game is weak. I need you to feel me, fellas. Your sustain game is weak. Now, don't get it twisted. Your pursuit game is hellified. You find a nice little woman that you like and that you're interested in, you go right at her and you go get her. And you go get her, sending her flowers every other week.
Mm-hmm.
Hard, smelling good for her, looking good for her, keeping your hair cut on point and everything for her, just to pursue her. But then once you get her, the flowers done dried up and died. Your poetry game is slipping. Matter of fact, you used to steal the poems from the cars you got from them Harlequin romance back in the day. The bottom line of it is this, fellas. Your pursuit game can't be the strongest thing about you. Because when you pursue strong, but you sustain weak, you position that woman perfectly so that she can say to you that you used to do this for me. You used to do that for me. You used to act this way and that way. And for you to expect her to accept less than that is folly.
Yes.
Because no woman in her right mind is going to settle for less than what you gave her in the beginning.
Yes.
So, fellas, I need you to understand something. As long as your sustain game is weaker than your pursuit game, well, the sum game of that is your ass being single.
Right.
Ouchie, woo again.
Man.
That was wrong.
That's a drop the mic. That's a drop the mic point right there, bro.
And again, like you said, you start off strong.
Yeah.
But you one of the ones that I like to say, you run track, man, you gotta go around 2 times. That first time you did real good.
Yeah.
That second time, boy, you just gave up.
You got lapped by everybody.
Everybody. I mean, but again, you have to have endurance.
Yeah.
And a lot of
Yeah.
times what Jeffrey's saying is correct. You start off strong, but you got a weak ending.
Yeah.
And a lot of times you need to back up from your strong game and find out your weakness and get that sustained game.
Yeah.
And stay in the game and quit letting her talk about your behind.
You know, there is
I got one sitting across me. She's like, yeah, say it, bro.
there is no pastor that convicts me more than the good Reverend Dr. Jeffrey.
Yeah, Jeffrey
and,
bring you up.
and I feel convicted during this right here because I will tell you what happened now. I got mean pursuit game, you know what I mean?
Mm.
And I got mean sustainability game,
Mhm.
but I see some things I don't like. And so it kind of takes me away a little bit. It kind of pulls me back a little
Right, you
bit.
tell on yourself right there.
I mean, I'm just trying to be, listen. Y'all ladies don't act like y'all don't meet a guy, and yeah, it was great in the beginning, but he ain't got no substance. You know what I mean? He ain't got nothing to talk about now. He don't want to go out and take you places no more. He get, lounging on his laurels. So it happens in all of us. I'm just
Oh,
being
you being
convicted
honest. I
and
like
taking the brunt for the men.
And I take it. I love that.
So I'm just suggesting, just based on my own perception of self, that we really got to find a way to overcome those things that we don't like, and really get to the inner of the person, find who they really are, see them purely and wholly, and not necessarily their things and stuff. Because sometimes their things and stuff can be a benefit for you in the long run. You know, we talked last week, so, you know, if she's, you know, adamant about money management and always getting on your nerves, she's probably going to build an empire. And so that could be good for you, even though it gets on your last nerves. So we can't run from our thorns. So very well put, Jeffrey. I'll leave it at that and let you keep rolling, my brother.
All right, now, brothers and sisters, I need y'all to hear me real clearly. I saw a video of some single mothers back in the 60s talking about how they wanted to have their fathers or their children's fathers in their homes, but they were forced to go on welfare to be able to provide because the men weren't there. And the young lady who posted this video, what she said was, this is the real problem. Weak-ass men not doing what they're supposed to do, and that's why these women ended up being on welfare. Now, I'm going to give you something to consider. It's time out for finger pointing.
Right.
It's time out for that. In that video, there were some women that were going through some pain, doing what they had to do. But that was a damn orchestrated interview. The questions were pointed. The questions were designed to force her to say, yes, that man is gone, and this is why I'm in the situation that I'm in. Fellas, ladies, I need y'all to understand, it ain't nothing but a big old conspiracy to keep us at each other's throats. And as long as we fall for the okie doke, we will continue to dwell on the problem.
Right.
And never once focus on the solution. And the solution is us talking to each other. When we talk to each other to gain a better understanding of each other, we begin to appreciate each other. And once black men and black women start to appreciate each other, then there's going to be some movement and some change for positive reasons in our communities.
Yeah.
So I'm stressing this to the men and to the women. There's enough blame to go around if we choose to focus on the problem. But when we focus on the solution, that's when that nation, a million of people that hold us back, gets scared.
Yes.
So what we have to do is quit playing around with it, go ahead and start talking to each other, understanding each other, and moving in a positive direction to fix our community. And that's all I got.
Man, that's all you got.
That's all
Man,
that
you
need to be
said the
said.
most powerful things out there, Jeffrey. You ain't playing tonight, man.
Talk to one another.
Man, what I really like about it again, the finger pointing do need to stop.
Yes, it does.
Again, I will always say, in my heart of hearts, is a lot of times women had to do what they had to do.
Right.
But the finger pointing today, and we're looking back at time, you're starting to be more of a convenience.
Right.
But then somebody want to talk about their pains. Well, every relationship has their own pains.
Right.
Are you learning from it and growing from it and rebounding, or are you holding?
Right.
And if you're holding and you're just taking the comfort level of what somebody's giving you, you're just taking the easier way out. My whole thing is, I've seen families strengthen, like when I brought mine down.
Yeah.
Mine was able to see me, even though I'm on vacation, I still have to get out and I have to do what I have to do.
Right.
I don't want them to think that I got it that easy. Nothing comes that easy to me.
Right.
And when it do come easy, I gotta find another way to make it hard for me. Because work is what part of my makeup.
Yeah.
And I gotta do it, and that's what keeps me not stagnant.
Yeah, yeah. You
And
know,
I love it.
one of my my greatest lessons from my marriage was at the point at which, I don't know, something changed in my mind and said, you know what, Stacy, you've been pointing the finger at your ex like for the last couple of years, and you know, it's time to stand in the gap yourself. You know what I mean? And so I stood in that gap and just kind of played my own tape in my head and realized that I was the cause. You know, and whether it was true or not, it was closure for me.
Okay.
Right? It was healing. And you know, we talk a lot about people are moving from relationship to relationship, etc., but nobody's healing. Right? Nobody's advancing in their emotional intelligence. There's nobody advancing in the way they manage problems, etc. And so by not pointing the finger, I had real closure. And I took ownership of everything that happened. All right, no more pointing the finger at her. She's a great person. She did all that she could. You know, may have made a mistake, but I'm not going to point the finger because letting you cast the first stone. You know, So that's a great thing, man. We got to talk to one another and stop pointing the finger. Really, really powerful, Brother Jeffrey. Let's see where we are in time right here. Yeah, we got a couple of minutes.
Go ahead, ask me about it.
Okay, Brother
Go
Jeffrey.
ahead.
I'm going to just plant this seed quick and simple and let you do your thing. The question for tonight is, what leads men or women to cheat?
What leads men and women to cheat?
Yes.
Okay. I'm gonna give you the technical, and then I'm gonna give you the real. Now, the technical is when there is a lack of fulfillment within the monogamous relationship on one end or the other, one party who feels they are not getting fulfilled tends to take their attention elsewhere and seek solace in the comfort of another.
Okay.
That's the technical reason why people cheat.
Okay.
Now, here go the real reason why women cheat. First of all, women can be very selfish and self-centered when it comes to getting attention. Women can get attention in any way, shape, or form, but as long as they get that attention that they crave, some women that is, they will find a way to get somebody to pay her attention.
Right.
Whether it's dressing a little nicer at work, knowing that the men in the office will pay her some attention, or talking to that guy that she kind of keeps hanging on a little bit
Yeah.
to get that extra attention. She's gonna do that because she's not getting filled up from her man. Now, men, sometimes we tend to cheat because we get so tired of hearing your mouth. I want you to understand, ladies, your damn mouth will drive us home or drive us away from home. I need you to understand, the cleanup woman has mastered talking nice to us,
Right.
talking sweet to us, just being a sounding board when we need to vent a little bit. Your ass has mastered being a battle axe. Driving us nuts. I need you to understand, ladies, when a man begins to cheat because of your mouth, it's because you don't know how to master the language of communication to a man.
Okay.
You just know how to nag when you're not happy.
Right.
Now, neither one of them is an excuse. Don't get it twisted. It's a conscious effort to cheat when you use those as an excuse. Let's keep it real, though. Ladies, sometimes I just need you to close your mouth and listen. Close your mouth and listen, because a lot of times y'all want to be heard, but y'all don't want to listen. Fellas, what we got to do, sometimes we just got to man up, grit our teeth, and carry our asses on home, because we know that extra little right turn that we can make before we get to that major intersection that takes our asses home is real easy to take when your woman being nagging or when your woman's nagging. But I
Yes.
recommend to you that you go ahead and make that hard drive home, because if you can say that you never stepped out on a woman that ran her mouth, when you get the woman that talks to you and treats you nicely with that mouth,
Yeah.
whew,
Woo-hoo.
it just shows that you have earned your keep, and now you get to relish what you're getting from that woman who learns how to talk nicely to a man. And that's why I believe that some men and some women cheat.
Drop the mic. Drop the mic, Jeffrey.
Drop the mic.
Man, I'm gonna tell you right now, that's why I cheated. It sure was. She was shut up, Jerry. Jeff kept reminding me everything I did. Yeah, nag. Oh my gosh, it's like a cartoon.
Yeah, and you know, in my mind, no matter what it is, whether it's nagging or, you know, eating too much food, or it could be any number of things in the household, we're pushing people to cheating. Sometimes we push people away from us to the point that they have no choice but to go and accept or create an outlet. And it's unfortunate, but that's what we want to talk about tonight, and let everybody grow from the subject. Any parting words for us tonight, Brother Jeffrey?
Well, you know, my main thing is this. You know, black men, we got to have some more fight in us. When I say we got to have some more fight, I mean, our women have been doing the hard work. Now we got to have some more fight, and we got to go get our women
Right,
and tell them it's okay. You can sit down now. I got this.
right,
And actually do it so they understand that we got it, so they can do what they do.
right.
So when we come a little stronger with this fight that we got inside of us, man, the amount of appreciation we're going to get, first of all, is going to be monumental.
Right.
So I'm just looking forward to seeing more of us do more things that men do to help right what's going on in our community.
I love it, Jeffrey.
Yeah, that's
I
my
love
boy
it, Jeffrey,
Jeffrey,
and I
boy.
love you
He-
for that message, man. That's powerful. That's super powerful. Thank you once again, folks. That is the good Reverend Dr.
Yes.
Jeffrey, and we appreciate you, my brother. We'll talk to you next week.
All right, looking forward to it, brothers. Take it easy.
Okay.
Man, he be on
And
the popping, don't he?
man, he be on one.
He
of a kind.
make you think twice about some things,
Oh
man.
man, listen, that's why he's here, man, because he has so much value.
He did.
Nobody can do it like Brother Jeffrey.
He actually had me thinking about, man, when I was married, man, my ex-wife used to wear that Betty boot to
Yeah.
bed and that bonnet.
Oh yeah, I used to like that.
I think she
though,
did that on purpose.
Listen,
man.
my ex used to look like an Arabian Nights queen when she
Yeah,
had her
like,
headband on. I was like, oh
let me
yeah, put
tell
the
you something,
headband on, baby.
I can't stand Betty boot right about now, man.
Oh, she used
I
to
wish
put that
somebody
thing
would
on.
wear it in my bedroom, boy.
Oh, I
I'll tell you
like that, bro.
something.
That head wrap to
No.
keep the hair in place.
Come out that room
Oh,
with a towel
bruh.
on, player. I don't know what you talking.
And just can put a scarf around the neck. That's all she did. A headband and a scarf. I got the rest of it.
You ain't gotta have nothing. I got you coming out natural, how you was born, player.
Hey,
We can do some things.
y'all folks, hold on. This is Bar Talk with Jay. I
Oh, we
told you
got
we're on
going.
fire tonight. We are
Yeah.
now moving into the second half of the show
Yes,
where
we
Jay
are.
and I and our guests are gonna go hard in the paint. So y'all stay with us. We'll be right back.
What we got going on later on tonight? We got after hours with Bar Talk with Jay. It's gonna be on and popping. So again, about 9:05, we're gonna kick this right back up, and we're gonna be kicking it backstage style, where we can have some fun and you can see how we really do this up in here. So stay tuned with us. And right now, we got my man Jamal on, and I think he got some comments about what we talking about tonight. Jamal, you there?
Man, what's happening, y'all? What's happening in Atlanta?
Yeah, that's all you players. That's all you, man.
Doing big things, man. Doing big things. Ready for your segment tonight, man. How you doing tonight, bro?
Man, I can't lie, man. I'm feeling kind of good right now. I got good news today. Man, I got a little bit of crown in me right now, some cookies and cream. I'm feeling real good.
Okay.
Hey, that's a lot of information. Cookies and cream.
Yeah.
The experiment changing some stuff up. Kind of nasty tonight. Tell us a little bit about yourself tonight.
Man, if you don't know, now you're about to know. Alright, so kick it. Now, I hear y'all talking about cheating tonight.
Yes. Yes.
I'm not saying I know anything about it, but I might know somebody that know a little bit about it. You understand?
Okay.
Now, I think if cheating is the thing that breaks your relationship, I think you a quitter. Male or female, I think you're a quitter. Now,
Okay.
I think you could grow up and find some things and find ways to make things a little fun. I'm not gonna lie. If a person emotionally cheats, well, I mean, might as well call that a rap. You can end that one.
Right.
But if it's physical, male or female, and you know your person may just have a certain preference. At some point, I think you should be grown enough and say, well, what is it that you like? Why you keep spending the extra $200 on the strippers? How about I come to the strip club with you? How about we get a lap dance together, 2-for-1 special? We may bring them home together. Now nobody's cheating. Find ways. If your man has a thing for blondes, I think you need to go to the wig store and grab you some blonde. It's yours if you pay for it. Find out what he likes.
Okay.
It may save your relationship.
Yes. Yes.
Men, don't cheat on your woman emotionally. I mean, if you smash a chick, I don't recommend you let her find out. This kind of toxic pants says she will. And if she does, let it be some joint that, hey, he told me his name was Marcus, and he told me he was working for NASA. Let it be some, she hears some dumb stuff. Don't let your woman find out she know your kids' names and your mama name or your mama lit. That's how you get shot. Do not let this woman know your middle name. If the woman knows your middle name, your woman's gonna look at you with all types of scorn.
Yes.
Worse than if you just regularly walked in on something.
Right.
She gonna say, this woman know your whole name, fool? So what else you been telling? See, not a pillow talking. Old fellas, did they catch you pillow talking? Hey, pack yourself. As long as you can stick to the main truth of, man, I just smashed it just cause she looked good at night with the drink in me. If it's just that, she can somewhat forgive your cheating self. Somewhat.
Okay.
But the minute she find out you done had a whole baby with the next female, oh, it's not just gonna be over.
Right.
Oh, she gonna bring this up when you and her ain't even together no more. She's gonna send you a postcard and remind you of the stuff you did. Don't do it.
Right.
That's how I recommend to go about your cheating. And if they do cheat, guess what? If the man works, pay his bills, look after the kids, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Still buying you your anniversary gift, and he cheats, and you decide to leave. Let me help you out from some people I know.
Okay.
It will not get better in the dating pool. Women,
Right.
it won't.
Right.
I'm sorry, I want to lie and tell you it's another man out there. It ain't.
No, it ain't.
Because the minute that we have to accept you and your kids, we already know we not number one in your life off rip.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, see, I'm gonna touch nerve on that. Men, rules to dating single women with kids. They come emotionally attached. Their kids come involved with them, so it's a package deal.
Yes.
When you come in that household, no matter what you do, you are as much of a man as they see their mother talk to you.
Mm-hmm.
If they see their mother raise their voice and talk to you any type of way, they lose all respect for you, whatever little you thought they had.
Right.
When they see you in the house, you ruin all chances of the parents ever getting back together. That means there's 2 strikes against you when you date a single woman.
Right.
When you date a single woman, you don't buy something for her without thinking of her kids.
Right.
When you date a single woman, when you break up with her, you have to break up with the kids.
Yes.
Otherwise, it's going to be real awkward when you still friends with your mama ex, and it just ain't going to work. So, man, I touched on a lot of things, man. I'm a little intoxicated, inebriated, but I think I'm talking something.
Hey man, I believe you did a fabulous job on the subject. You know, everybody in the studio was laughing.
Oh yeah,
Their heads was bobbing. Yes.
I was rolling, but he hit on one. I gotta have some opposition to my boy. You know I gotta have some fun. This boy talking Jay. You think I'm gonna let him off the hook? I give you heck crap. I'm gonna give my boy Jamal. Jamal, if all people you know me, man. You know one of my ex, her son. I'm still tight with.
Yeah.
All right. Now one of the things I'll tell you is when I entered a relationship with her, and then I started a relationship with him, and when she went, I gotta say rogue, it didn't work out. I felt like the relationship that I had with that young man, he accepted me as a male role model. And for the fact that he accepted me as that position, I never let him go. So again, she used him to continue to stay in touch with me.
Okay.
But again, you can use me any way you want. But the bottom line, I've been blessed and anointed in a way that I am not going to forsake a child
Right.
because of your foolishness.
Right.
So when he called on me, I talked to him. When she wants to play games, I rebuke. Because the bottom line is, he was looking for a male role model where his mom was looking for that same figure. It's just unfortunate we didn't work out.
Yeah.
But even though we didn't work out, I can still do positive things with him without encouraging her to be with me.
Right.
When I did things, it had nothing to do with her.
Right.
I did things separately. So when she found out, she didn't know because it wasn't meant for her. I was doing positive things behind her back that was going to influence him in a positive way.
Right.
So when she found out, she was like, oh, you just that good guy. Maybe I want you back. It wasn't for you. It was never for you. It was for me. It was for me to realize that we are a tribe and we still have to reach these children. We enter these women's lives and then you pull away, that child feels neglected. My whole thing is, it was a child that I felt like we can still have a bond, even though me and your mom don't really get along. Your mom, you know, she's bad, y'all. But she is a loving, caring woman.
Yeah.
So you look at her in a negative way because you're trying to become a man. So as a man, let you understand, your mom ain't completely crazy, and you don't never need to disrespect her. So I can give him that one-on-one to make you understand your mother a little bit better.
Yeah.
Because I didn't have it. I had to learn my mom.
Right.
Couldn't teach me how to be a man, but she was my mentor. And a lot of people say a woman can't do. A woman can give you love.
Yeah.
And she can give you that power, that inspiration that I promise you, what me and Gabe can't compare. Because I love it when somebody else say, man, you know, I hope we make you become a man.
Right.
But you will never be my mother.
Yeah.
You will never give me that love and compassion that my mother gave. So I'll give you some credit, but don't ever disrespect a woman that gave me life.
Yeah.
And that's where people get it mixed up. But we have to get it together. The problem is we're starting to separate. And a lot of time, we have to sometimes, because people use kids as a pawn.
Yeah.
My whole thing is I didn't use that young man as a pawn.
Right.
Now, what somebody else do to you, that's their plan.
Right.
I have a bigger plan.
Absolutely.
Mine was to help make that pawn a great king. Okay?
Okay.
And to be able to get him that, you have to position him. And you have to give him that care.
Right.
That I like to say I had when I entered that relationship. Because I cared enough to meet him. So I'm not quick to meet children in a relationship. I'm not ever meeting children quickly. But when I do meet them, that means I'm open to accept them.
Yeah.
And I like to say,
and you know what,
we quick to turn away from our commitments.
One of the things I really like about just this dialogue is you just don't hear men telling their story and hearing genuine hearts and genuine words like what we're doing here on the show. I'm just moved by by what you're saying and how you take care of this young man, and it's for him. It's just powerful, Jay. Just powerful stuff. I gotta digress a little bit. We're gonna go back to the sex.
All right, go ahead, man.
Excuse me, y'all. Excuse me.
You about to make me all emotional.
Right.
So hold on, wait a minute. Let me take another sip right quick.
Yeah. I was.
Everybody take a sip.
I was going to be real play about all right, so back to the community and the tribe thing. What you're saying right there's an understanding between men where, you know what, I got to respect you more because you could discern and say, this ain't about you no more. That's when you got to think with your third eye, see with your third eye and say, God brought me here for a bigger reason than just a relationship with you.
Yes.
But he brought me here for something that was legit, a God-given purpose in this relationship right here.
Yeah. And listen.
So to see things with that third eye is a respect level and say some play. Absolute, man. Let's take a shot of Henny on that one.
Yeah.
That's a real player right there.
That's a drop the mic moment right there. Here. I got it. And listen, I'm still going back to the sex. This is based on this is based on Jamal's comments, right?
They free makeup tonight, man. Later, I got something for you, man. What's that?
So here was the stair step moment for me. Jamal said that cheating might save your relationship. And perhaps it might. We all just try to figure out how to make it work. Right? I think that's the question in everybody's mind.
I'm not saying I know, but I know somebody that knows, right?
Right.
I know somebody that might know a little thing about cheating and getting caught with the stripper across the street.
Yeah.
Not me, but somebody like me that I might know.
There's
ways to do it and not mess yourself up.
Yeah, but that's just
Rookies, if you go back to your woman begging, you've lost all ground. She will never forgive you. You was like a child. Don't ever beg. But
sometimes
if you can stand strong in what you did, first things first, you didn't do it. I don't care if she catch you. You didn't do it. Look dumb. Don't say nothing. Look to your partner. Help me. You did not do it. I don't care what the evidence says. Say that was Jamal? No, that's with two A's. It was what one? Listen.
We understand the rationale. It's just hard to swallow that pill. You know what I mean?
Back in my friend's college days, this is a thing he did. It's not nice, but it worked for him. He was in a good relationship. Women loved him and all that. But for some odd reason, he wasn't done sowing his oats yet. So he would do his dirt to the point that the girls on campus they'll come, but he had a rule. You either on the couch, you on top of the sheets, but you never in between my sheets. The rule of thumb is I could smash any joint in the living room on the couch. You never making it to the back bedroom. If you can't make it back to the back bedroom, if you ever tell somebody you was at my crib, the first thing I'm gonna say to you, what my bed look like, what my sheets look like. You lying? It wasn't me there. How you gonna tell somebody in the living room? Everybody got a living room, a couch, and a TV. What my sheets look like? Nope, then it wasn't me. If she say that she was in between them sheets, that's a lie. Because your woman should know off rip, your bed is sacred, and you don't bring anybody to stay the night except your woman. So players, if you let the girl stay the night, you messed up. She is supposed to come, handle her business, and leave. I prefer you get a hotel. I wouldn't advise you to go to her spot. Be able to kick people out and keep people in. But never let them in the bedroom unless you're trying to get caught.
Listen, that's
Rule of
a
thumb.
premeditated, calculated,
Right? Not me.
killing, cold killing, murder type cheating. You know what I mean? That's like thinking about how you're going to cheat and how you're going to cover it up. I guess if you're going to cheat, you probably should have that.
Only thing I can
thought.
tell you is all day
That's
long, he
crazy,
gave
though.
game
That's
that
crazy.
normally is not being given.
Yeah, you know,
one of the things
that's-
he did is really real. Because again, when you start getting emotional on the other hand, that's why people snap. Because they can sense it real quickly.
Yeah.
Women are very observant. So you say, yeah, like you said, you can't describe certain things. That gives them that little awe that what Jamal's telling you about. Because now you're not letting them be that number one. And again, I don't know how you want to play. I don't play by everybody's rules. I'm about jacked up as they come.
Let's take a break.
Oh, you want to go?
We gotta
'Cause
go.
I got a lot for you.
Yeah.
Yes, sure, I got a lot.
Hey,
You know, we got after all that. It don't matter.
Missus,
Yeah.
a side chick, and your ratchet. Those the only three supposed to be on your team.
Folks,
What?
Hold on.
Hold on.
Before we go to break. Before we go to
We
break,
gotta
what
go to
was
break.
what was your thing again? Give me the three.
Mrs. Side chick and your ratchet. Point blank period. You only got one wife. That's the mother of your child. You love her all to death. Your side chick is the one, you know, you can't talk to your wife about certain things. Your ratchet, that's the chick you could just bless with a couple of pairs of sneakers and she down to fly home with it. You know what I'm saying? Mrs. Side chick ratchet. You can play it, man.
oh my goodness.
We going to break
It's
on
real
this.
pimping coming out of this show,
Right,
man, I'm
right.
telling you.
The game
Y'all
is
stay tuned. We're going to be right back after this song. Y'all hold on.
Medic in the building. All right, we got a special guest. She's been sitting across the table. She's been having some things she wanted to say, but she's been very quiet though.
She has
She
been
making me
quiet. I want
kinda
you to talk
nervous,
right
man.
into the mic. If you can hear yourself on the mic.
Yeah, just put it
Every
right in
audience
front
can
of
hear
us.
you.
Look
Hey,
at
gentlemen, good evening, good evening.
Let's get gentlemen.
How are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you guys
We
doing?
doing good. So who are you, man? Tell us
So
your
my
name.
name is AP, and I'm actually the host and cook on a cannabis infusion cooking show called Cannibal.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my goodness.
Very
Excuse me?
exciting.
Very exciting.
Very exciting.
Did you bring some cooking for us? I'm hungry. I'm hungry. Hell.
You,
Hey, some
you strike
brownies.
me as somebody that's always big. And
For your damn chicken. Yeah, I'm gonna tear your wings up. Hey, I hope you got some teriyaki sauce. All right, y'all. I mean, for the kids. I'm sorry about that. You know, teriyaki, barbecue. You know, chicken nuggets.
Yeah. So, well, you know, we oftentimes don't get a woman's perspective on this show, and Miss TK holds it down, Big Willie style.
I bet
But we
she
want
does.
to
I bet she
hear.
does.
We would like to hear from you. Tell us your take on the subject about cheating. What makes a man or a woman want to cheat?
energy.
Well, you know what? I've been listening to some of the comments that the callers have had, as well as you gentlemen tonight, and I agree that people step out when there's something missing in the relationship.
That's it.
My grandmother had a very good saying, and it was, she was talking to one of my brothers about some chick that he was dating at the time, and he was like, yeah, I got her told, she was complaining about XYZ, and she ain't complaining about it no more. And my grandmother was like, oh, so you think you got her told? And he was like, yeah. And she was like, she said the day the woman your woman stops complaining about something you wasn't doing is the day she found a man to do it for her.
Ooh. Now, that's another pimp game right there. I'm telling y'all right now, y'all need to listen to Bar Talk with Jay, because right now, it ain't being sold, it's being told. And y'all getting it for free. The next show, this is a seminar. Y'all can't keep getting this stuff. This good nuggets. Y'all don't need to understand.
And I mean,
Y'all getting it for free. Overseas and everywhere else. Boy, stop.
And while I do appreciate what the last caller said, please understand that women keep a bench too.
Yes.
We keep a bench. We got an MVP.
Don't give us. Don't tell us.
Oh, no, she right.
Oh, yeah.
That's why you call me a baby. I'm on that baby.
You got designated
Don't
here.
interrupt. Don't interrupt. Let her carry that on.
You know, and you do, like during, you know, when, you know, you got cuffing season and you got hunting season. So you checking out, okay, so who's in the draft, you know, who's in the free agency this season, what's going on. You know, you checking, you seeing who's who and what's what. And depending on where you are in your life, depends on who you're looking for.
Okay. So you might just have, you know, you might have a shark team this year and then
You might.
And the long
it
hitters
depends,
next year.
and sometimes, and you know, and you have women, we'll clear our bench. We'll be like, you know what, I just need to sit out this season and just chill out for a second. And you have other seasons where you put me in game coach, like you in there. And I tell my dudes, look, I'm rooting for you. I'm rooting for you. I want you to win.
okay.
I want you to win, but it's a competition.
Ah, yes. I don't compete.
I do.
Competition.
I compete.
Oh, you compete.
What? I compete like it ain't no other.
I don't.
compete.
Boy, let me tell you something. I compete. I would let me tell you. Boy, talk with Jay coming that bad boy. Flippers on. I can't swim. Yeah, but because see, when you competing, you gotta understand.
Morris Day taught me about it.
Well, it's this. Well, when I say competing, you gotta understand. To me, I'm bringing my best to a situation that I ain't even understanding all of what she looking for.
Right.
But to me, my compete is to win her to a place where I want to be. So I have to have my visual of where I want to be. And if she can fit it and we can make it, I'm competing to make us winning team.
Okay.
Now to me, I have to lead that.
Yeah.
So it's just like she said, the MVP. That means that dude is putting it in. I ain't just on no bench watching somebody else lead my woman down the court where I can do it myself. I'm that MVP.
Yeah.
So to me, I'm always competing, because if a woman sitting next to me, all she need to do is watch me.
Yeah.
I got this.
You got it.
That's my job.
Just like that.
As the MVP. But if she wanna, you know, give me that encouragement, that rub on the back, and that support that a brother loves so much,
Okay.
she gonna make me happy. We gonna go straight to the moon. I'm just trying to help the situation out.
Beam me up.
But when it comes to cheating, sit there and nag me about what he doing, because I ain't doing, and I ain't playing. The game is over. It's called the ego.
Right.
Bust it, and I'm done.
So listen, I want to hear from this young lady. Tell me. So now, I heard all the game and everything you just said. I mean, and that's some real serious understanding of how the game works, and you know, planning it out and manipulating the situation. What advice would you give a man?
Pertaining to how to cheat, or what are you asking me?
No,
What's your
wait,
input?
yeah.
Let's just hear your input on, you know. I mean, you position the question. I don't want to stifle you here.
You know what? I would. The advice that I would give to men is to really, men mess up when they lie. Like women would, we just want to know what you got going on. What are you looking for? Just tell me what you're looking for, and don't lie about it. Like if you just looking for a cut buddy, let me know that.
Okay.
You know, if it's a situation where like, look, if I text you, if I call you, I don't want to have to pretend like I care about how your day went. If I'm texting you, you know I'm trying to figure out how quick can you shit, shower, and shave and get over here. That's what it is.
Right.
If that's what it is, then let it be that.
Yeah.
But if you're looking to date and you want to keep it light and fluffy, then say that. If you're looking to date because you're looking for your potential partner, then say that too.
Well,
but just put it out there.
Yeah.
Don't play the game, because it's gonna come out.
And listen, and what tends to happen is men hold back from telling that truth because they think you're going to respond in a certain way.
And the thing about it is, we got a bench. We got a cut buddy already.
Right.
Now, if we looking to replace that cut buddy for whatever reason, and
Yeah.
you say I'm looking for a cut buddy, okay, well let's have a tryout. Let's see let's see if you can put a position in there.
Yeah. Yeah. And one of the reasons I say I don't compete is because I try not to think about any of that. I just see if we have chemistry, if we bond, if we grow. Now, I'm always looking for, not actively looking, but passively looking for a Mrs. Right. So I might look at you in the beginning as she could be Mrs. Right, and then you end up on the Cuddy Buddy scale. You know what I mean? That happens in all relationships, right?
But you want to make sure that once that happens, that you verbalize that.
And see, as a man, I'm not so sure you need to verbalize all that.
You gotta verbalize that.
And what good does that do us?
That will keep your windows from getting busted out.
Oh! Ouchie, ouchie.
And I would keep your tires from getting, like, real talk. Like, I've never done that, but I know females that have. It's like when a dude leads you on, just like I've had chicks have led dudes on, and it's like, why would you do that to him? If you knew on Tuesday he fell into the friend zone, so why would you let him spend all this money on you and take you to this show and that and the other when you knew he was just gonna be a friend? Like, you should have let him, like, you know what, it was cool in the beginning, we was kicking it, but you were a little too thirsty or whatever the reason is, and you just let him know, like, look, it's just not gonna work out.
Hold on.
We grown.
And listen,
Barbara, turn Jamal up.
I love that.
Jamal said he gotta jump in.
We grown.
I gotta get Jamal. Jamal been itching.
You are.
Get back in. Jamal, you back on.
Hey, sweetheart, what's your name?
You gotta get that out first.
My name is AP.
AP. When I say she's so playing right now. You ain't see my head tipping the whole time. Cause I swear to God, that's what I've been telling him on the show, the whole front. If you tell him what it is up front, you can live.
You ain't got to lie, Craig.
You
ain't got to lie.
If you just let him, if you start playing like you're trying to be husband material, and she catch you cheating, and your windows get busted, it is not technically her fault. It's yours.
Yeah,
You
but
better lie better.
yeah.
It's a one or the other. So be a great liar or be 100% jerk ass truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, you get an either or with it.
But I would
Females
imagine
is just as ruthless, if not more ruthless than men on that cheating. I promise you. It is
hands
It
down.
used to be a long time ago. Lord knows I'm so much better now. I'm healthy now. I'm in a relationship.
Yeah.
I know that.
Hey, listen, I'm healthy too, and I'm not in a relationship.
Long time ago. But back then, it used to be the funniest thing to hear her and her dude, or me and some female talking, and dude in the background arguing, and I'm just smiling in the back like, how long you finna be? Oh, and it says sweetheart back home with a Coke and a smile. Be on the phone listening. It don't be no stress or no arguments. Yep, that was me. Thank you very much. My job was done. Hey, if you know your role, you can make it a lot longer with a healthy car.
That's real. That's real. That's deep. That's real. That should be a t-shirt.
Yeah, that's one way to look at it. That's certainly one way to look at it.
Now,
man, there's so much. Ooh, I can write a book off of this show. Bro.
You're going. It's bringing reality to a situation where a lot of people be like, well, what way do y'all side? This is a conversation that you need to understand what you're doing. Our conversation is based off of different information that's being brought on. It's not always about us, okay? It's our personal views. I don't know what you're going through. Some of the advice tonight are probably against your views. And if it is, then don't do it. Your morals and what you stand for is the most important things to you. I'm not trying to go against them, but the one thing I'm trying to do is to make sure you ain't foolish in doing things that's gonna cause somebody to knock your windows out because you try to listen to your homeboy next to you do something that you don't have a full understanding of. I've done that.
Hey, wait, bro, don't make it seem like they ain't got no hope. They got hope. Cornballs, you still got hope. Listen, we giving you the game. Don't think you can't learn from this tonight.
You can learn.
I want them to learn.
Absolutely.
I want them to learn.
Women, I gotta attack you for a second because if I throw out our dirt, I got some dirt too.
Right, we got 2 minutes.
You pointed out there's some homegirls that you got that will game a dude. Talk all that sweet talk. And know after the first date she was gonna friend zone him. We just hustled him for everything he got. See, now that dude, he done got bigger.
Right.
That dude ain't taking no prisoners no more.
Right.
Now he don't care about nobody's feelings. He done got hurt by a girl that was too pretty out of his league that took him for everything.
Yeah.
So it's a reason that some girl gets cheated on, and that's because of what the last girl did too now.
Right.
So don't you gotta understand there's a reason to cheating. It could have been your homegirl. Some of your homegirls ain't living right. is what I'm saying.
And I can't trip on that because that's a true statement.
Yeah.
But we got to go to break
You know what
tomorrow.
type of stories happen on the girls trip? Whew.
Before you even
You
tell
know how
me.
many girls be talking about they be cheating on their girls trip?
Jamal, we got to go to break. Lord have mercy.
I know.
Man, still
How
going.
about the girls trip?
Hey,
Man, we ain't going on the girl trip yet. We got to get a break. Okay? And my whole thing is to make my vision more powerful than a relationship because, again, I like to say it's easy to be distracted.
Right.
If a person can understand my vision, then it can not be a distraction, it'll be an aid. And that person will be a great asset to me in my venture of where I want to go.
Right.
Now, a lot of times we put into a person other than what you know was within you. Now that I know within me, I can help us get to another place.
Right.
Because I'm there. I'm in that different place.
Right.
So my venture is going to be different from anybody else. So a lot of times people be like, well, why you can't do this? Because I ain't you.
Right.
All right? But I got to be strong enough to know what I have to endure.
Right.
When Noah Ark had to build that ark, and he was in that desert, and it wasn't raining, he had to continue building.
Absolutely.
I have to build. I have to put my work in. If you ain't understanding my work, you ain't understanding me. So again, I can't work with a person that can't work with me.
Right.
So a lot of times, they'll be like, well, you all these different women. I can be with as many women as I choose to be.
Right.
I say be respectful, understanding, and be honest. But one of the things you're not going to be is leading me.
Yeah.
When I know I have to do what I have to do.
Yeah.
And it ain't about the different women. It's about what my building skills are.
Yeah.
The different women is just for the fact that I felt like I like people.
Right.
And I don't always have to be with different people. Don't get me wrong. I'm with them, but I ain't always sexually with them. I am a person that likes to get information, and I like to know some things, and that's why I have relationships with people other than from the relationship. Like I told you about my son, that I basically adopted from a relationship because I didn't forsake him. And that's where we have to understand as a tribe, it's bigger than just a vision of what you want with a person. I now see things bigger than what I've seen before. We have to start looking at our lives differently than just looking at a person and a place and a thing.
And I really like that, Jay, because I'm afraid, and I'm admitting that I'm afraid of karma. And it is real. It is about as real as the universe is real. And so if you cheat on someone, you can expect to be cheated on. And you might cheat on someone who's not as important to you. But then somebody, when they become really important to you, they're going to cheat on you. And so I have a fear of that karma, and so I don't believe in cheating, but I also don't believe in committing to a relationship until I'm ready. And that means I can do what I want, and I can have my own show, I can play my own. That means I didn't cheat. But for those who are in a relationship, I just don't believe in cheating. If you are married or if you're in a long-term relationship, I say stay laser focused on your partner and on yourself, and not cheat. Because if you open the doorway, if you put dirt in that hole, it's going to be dirt in that hole. You know, I think that's the only way to look at it. I wanted to cover just a few items of why people cheat, and you just balance this off of yourself. Barbara put this together for us. There's probably 6 or 8 of the top reasons why people cheat. The first is lack of sexual satisfaction in your primary relationship. The second would be a desire for additional sexual encounters, right? Women often talk about they wanted something a little freakier, right, in the bedroom. Is what some of the other studies said.
Me too.
Check this out. Lack of emotional satisfaction in your primary relationship. You don't feel cared for. You don't feel loved. You don't feel nurtured. You don't feel taken care of, right?
Romantic stuff.
How about wanting emotional validation from someone else by being appreciated?
That's Facebook. Social media, bringing other people in your relationship.
Tinder, I'm telling you,
I'm snitching.
If you swipe right, you feel love.
I'm
right?
just trying to tell you, I'm
Right?
snitching. Dry snitching tonight, y'all.
How about falling out of love with your partner or perhaps falling in love with someone else.
That's because you already had
that's a
an
reason
eye
to
for
cheat.
somebody else.
Yeah.
You wasn't all the way in.
What about wanting to seek revenge?
That's because you was hurt.
That's
Let the
exactly
pain
right.
go.
And lastly, that you're curious and you want new experiences.
Because you're freaky.
And that's all of us.
You shouldn't be in a
That's,
relationship.
that's all of us. I mean, I said
Not
this
all
a
of
few
us.
weeks ago. Think
Because you
about
can be freaky and stay in a relationship, and I dress people up. You know,
Think
well,
about-
you can dress differently, and I ain't really chick. You know what I'm saying?
That's
you
freaky,
put it on
right?
That's freaky, but it's not out the norm. See, a lot of times what we were saying, go to Starship, go different
I mean,
places,
what's-
and learn. Your woman learn that you can
Yeah.
grow, and it's not about adding.
what's
It's
normal
about
is
changing.
different for everyone.
Right, but
You know what I mean?
can you change and grow with each other, or do you have to keep adding? And sometimes adding is minusing. You gotta understand, sometimes when you add, there's also a minus
Yeah.
because you can lose people's interest.
Yeah.
So you gotta watch what you add,
Yeah.
because it is, to me, it's an equation. X, Y equals Z. And you don't always know how that formula gonna be.
Right.
So be understanding when you start exposing people to a whole lot of different things, because everything ain't for everybody.
Yeah. Listen,
But-
the
And that's
statistic
okay.
the statistic says that 70% of marriages or committed relationships are cheating. So
That's what they say.
I'm just going to share a challenge for all of you who are in a relationship. I guess I'm going to do nothing more than ask you to just try a little harder. Before you cheat, stop and think about it. Write yourself a letter. Pray to the Lord. Make sure that you're doing what's it's. I'm not sure that cheating is ever going to really be the answer. There are some women in the studies that I read. They said they had to find a way to end their current relationship, and cheating was like a doorway out because it released them emotionally to move on. So I guess there's some therapy in cheating, somewhere. But I
You
know
know,
you
I kick it like this?
live by the sword, you die by the sword.
Jamal want to jump in. What you got, Jamal?
Alright, man, cheating is a conversation. Cheating is a conversation to say this may be revenge. Cheating may be a conversation that says, yo, I may have felt out of love with you and in love with somebody else. It's not a down on you, but it's just that I may have grown out something more. Cheating may be I'm not sexually satisfied. Cheating may be a cry out for help that you're not listening to. Alright, so I can have fun and make jokes all day long about this stuff, but everything that I laugh about is something that I'm proud about. So, you find humor, we all find humor in the thing that we've all went through. Some of us may have gone through key cars,
Right.
busted windows, getting caught with the stripper across the street. I mean, there's life experiences that I could laugh at now to say, man, I came a long way from this. I don't want to go back there. Where did I go wrong at?
Right.
Do I want to live a single life? Do I want to be See, everything is about knowing your truth for where you at.
Yeah, and watch this, Jamal.
Some people
watch this.
Yeah.
You're in a relationship now, and it sounds like you have no interest in cheating. Why is that?
Because I don't went through the cheating. That's the point. Like,
Scary.
I live a certain lifestyle, like real fast and reckless. I may have a chick in my bed, but at the end of the night, me and her may be bringing another female home, kick one out, keep them rotating. And that was the life that I lived a time ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So there was a certain pace that I was accustomed to. It took a certain grown woman to look me up and say, I see past that.
Yeah.
I mean, I done put mine through hell, and she still stayed down, and that's what made me be like, yo, wait a minute. Damn, she done stuck around through the bullshit. I ain't expect her to stick around. And I'm a jerk for a reason. I'm a male jerk sometimes because I don't want you to get too close. Because I love too hard. I don't want you to hurt me. That's that tough guy bravado. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So the things that I may sound cold-hearted about, it's a defense mechanism.
Yes.
You know what I mean? 8 Mile, the boy Eminem did it
sounds
best.
like
He said, I'm going
defense
to throw all my dirt at you. Now what you going to tell them people about me? See, if I'm a jerk to you up front, can't nobody say nothing to me that's ever going to hurt me. Because I told you that up front. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You a cheater. And you're mean. And, you know what I'm saying? Like, it won't bother me no more.
Right.
But I had to learn from life experiences. Because I went through what I went through, yo, do you understand that maybe something happened to me, and I use that time when I'm cheating to satisfy that hurt and the shame feeling that my woman not supposed to give me sometimes. So do you understand my heart hurting when I'm doing this? Do you not understand that this is the way that I express my pain, and it's not that it's a lack of you, but it's a hurt in me. Can you still love me with my flaws and all?
Yes.
You take a special type of woman to say no matter what, you still my man.
Right.
Some females get hurt because you done smashed another female, and you're not seeing, you too busy in your own feelings to understand what your man may be going through, so you giving up on him. I mean, it's a two-way street. As long, I mean, I don't recommend cheating, but if you're going to cheat or if you're going to be upfront about it, it's a madness and it's a science to it.
Yeah, it is, and most people are not owning up to it before, during, or after. You know,
I agree.
that's the reality. Probably, 90% of the, I say 80% of the people aren't owning up to it, and the other 20% just aren't getting caught.
Hey, how about
You know?
this? How about
Of the 70%.
How about a lot of people already know me from the Jay and Shay show. Shay texted me. Shay said cheating is therapy.
Yeah, it can be.
Yeah, I just got that joint.
Yeah, so
it can be therapy, but at the expense of someone else.
Exactly, and
Right?
that's what I wanted to throw out because I don't never want nobody to say, okay, cheating is therapy, so it's okay. It's not a crutch. But if you rebound and you understand what you do, you can make change to what you've done.
Right.
As in, you can't change your past, but you can change your present.
Right.
So again,
Right.
therapy, as in, I seen what it did, and I didn't like the results.
Yeah.
And that's called a formula, right?
Yeah,
So
that is a formula, and let me back that up by saying, if you cheat, you must realize that there is something that you're dealing with. There's a weakness or a failure. There is you're running from communicating effectively to your partner, significant other. You got to realize that there is some, I called it sickness, right? There's a dis-ease going on in your spirit when you cheat. And when you recognize that, the sooner you'll be able to heal, the sooner you'll be able to overcome it. Because we all know people who cheat for a living. That they just cheat and for a living, and they're just always running from, the realities of their relationship or of the world. And that's not the way to find real love, and that's not the way that you're gonna ever experience happiness. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Crabs, you're such a smooth cat sometimes. I agree with you 1 minute and then you tip me off on the other. See, I'm gonna agree with you. Like, yes, karma is a beast flat out. Like, I'll be lying to you. You cheat, I guarantee you, it's a sucker when you actually fall in love with somebody and now, you know what I'm saying? Now you struggling to, so karma is a beast. Like, she a mean one.
Yeah.
And it's hard sometimes.
Yeah, and
However,
you're gonna get got.
I ain't gonna say that if Crab say it's a disease, which I don't, I got some penicillin for you, okay? I got some Accolade.
I said dis-ease.
You ain't gotta say no disease, though, man. You make it sound like an STD for real. Stop playing.
He said STD.
He is not an STD, fellas. Stop it. Don't listen to Crab on that one.
I was talking about the
if you
sickness
smoke
of the
marijuana,
heart.
you're gonna end up on crack. No, wait a minute. That is not what we're saying here, guys.
Right.
Hold on.
Right.
Fellas, I got you.
Hey, listen. I think we have done this subject a justice tonight.
Man, y'all killed it. Y'all killed it in a way that I'm very proud of.
Really
But one
did.
of the things I want y'all to do is understand this is a conversation I need y'all to have around your table.
Right.
And understand, it is a personal view. What was given tonight is something that normally is so not told. Now, for everybody that got more comments and they want to go in deep, I'm going to give y'all a special treat. Tonight, we're going to keep on going. I got DJ Rock.
DJ Rock.
DJ Rock tonight.
Filling
Just
in
gonna
for
keep
DJ
on going.
Rock.
Yeah, Rob wasn't able to make it. He reached out to me. But we're gonna do some things tonight on YouTube and in Periscope and Facebook. Gonna be right here at the bar, but we're gonna be at the pool table. We're gonna be all around the house. We're gonna do some things tonight. We're gonna have this conversation go on. So again, you might not be able to call
Can I get
in.
some of that drink?
No, I'm sorry, you got to be here. Sorry, you got to be here. I mean, because we got food coming down. I mean, I'm sorry, man. I got food. I got everything. And again, Bar Talk with Jay is about having experience that I like to say that you would not experience anywhere else. But I'm going to take this outside where you can experience us going to different places because we want to have conversations and we want to have fun. Okay?
Absolutely.
So it's about DJing, it's about music and getting back to loving one another. I want to take, they say, the dating game to a whole nother level.
Yeah.
Because I really like to say with good communication, you can have a better dating game.
Yeah.
Because right now the game is not really being told and I don't really think it's being sold correctly. I think people are manipulating you in a way that you do not love the person that's next to you. If he ain't loving you correctly, then I'm going to tell you right now, I give it to you for free. I will give it to you for free because if he ain't going to love you correctly, then it is not worth selling you. I'm tired of you being sold something busted and being disgusted. We are trying to bring you to a reality that no one else wants to do. The game is about bringing you back to yourself.
Right.
We got to empower our men and women to understand we are kings and queens and we need to treat each other as such. So, pay attention, keep on watching because we're about to do a second segment tonight. We're about to have fun though. We're going to have a mic going around. We're going to talk about these same situations, just like the show, but we're going to have a lot of music in the background and we're going to have a lot of food because when you come out with us, we're about enjoying, fellowshipping, like no other. And that's why my man Crab been riding with me since day one. My man Lau has been in and out doing this thing with Mac Product. Was giving free things tonight. Half y'all didn't show up as always. Guess what? Y'all lost because now y'all gotta pay. Bar Talk with Jay had you for once.
Right.
But what I love to tell you is I'm gonna invite y'all out to different locations and we're gonna do this big style because again, I got a dynamic crew. My man Brian in the other room and I got my man that's standing behind the mic. He do not ever want to be said, shown.
Right.
But Booby has done great things.
Great
Studios
things.
about
Yes.
done.
Yes.
And I gotta support my man.
Yeah.
So again, we're gonna do a big party for him.
Stop forgetting about Barbara.
And Barbara.
Barbara, we
Barbara.
got to. If he don't say that, I'm gonna say
Macon,
something about
Georgia. Barbara
Barbara,
over there in the side. We don't forget about Barbara.
Yes, baby.
We don't forget about Barbara, but Barbara do great things in the community.
She holding the control
she's
panel down.
She has, and I want her to continue to hold some things down. And in the second
Nice to
segment,
her.
she need to go to her car and get them cards before we can find out our next topic for the show. Because we gonna do this tonight.
Right.
Okay, because any other night we gotta call her, no, we're gonna show y'all how we do
I'm in a
this.
new car tonight. I'm not in my old car.
Oh, okay. New ride.
You ain't got them cards.
Well, I mean,
Hey, folks, listen. we wanna-
what you riding in compared to what you gonna give us with the car.
I mean, they
We're gonna show y'all how we do this bar talk because again, our topics is about relationships and improving our relationships, and it's all about you.
Yeah.
What you got there, Crab?
Hey man, I just want to say thank you all for being with us tonight. Another dynamic show, our team in the house, and we got another event coming up. So y'all stay tuned with us. I think for
Lot of
this
guests.
segment, yeah, a lot of guests.
special
I love
guests.
to see the studio full of people. So just
We're
thank you
using
all.
the bar today. We're gonna use it
Oh, yeah?
today.
Oh yeah, we
That's
finna
our
put it to
job.
work. We finna put it to work right now, and
We're about to get some food down
we
here.
are out. Is that right?
We out.
We out.
We out. Bar talk. Peace.
Ain't no last calls here.
Bar Talk with Jay.